All right, welcome to another live stream. Hello. Hello. All right, welcome to another live stream. This is Trade with Tayyib. Welcome to another live stream. We got a little lights going in the background. Let's go ahead and start the live stream. And this year there are not many good deals on Black Friday. Let's see. Let's start out with some technical analysis. I'm going to remove all the previous drawings. So this is weekly time frame. Let's go ahead and take a look at daily. Weekly, we are bearish. We are, yeah, overall weekly we're bearish. Daily time frame, we're just consolidating. And let me share the link with the live stream. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we're just consolidating and there's not much going on because there's wicks on the downside and there's wicks on the upside. So let's take a look at 4 hour. 4 hour we have some sort of resistance on the left hand side. So this 4 hour range is quite big. Yeah, this is over 700 pip range. Let's take a look at hourly. So on the hourly time frame, we have identified support here, and we have identified resistance on the left hand side that we broke below previously. So previously we broke below this resistance, we broke above this resistance, and now this resistance should act some sort of support. And the next, let's take a look at 30-minute. Yeah, this is clear picture. On the 30-minute time frame, we have 10 minutes for the candle to close. 15-minute. You know what? This is this this could be a good impulse entry for price to continue in that direction. This could be a good impulse entry. What would be my stop loss? Stop loss would be 48. Let's do one lot just to be mm, 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 mm. The 15-minute is closing. Actually, it's not going to close anytime soon. All right, I'm going to enter one lot here. And the stop loss is going to be below the previous candle's low. And the take profit is going to be what's on the left hand side. I think the take profit should be somewhere here. The reason being is that 30-minute hasn't really moved much. If you take a look at this here, 30-minute is bullish, but it hasn't really moved a whole lot. So I'm anticipating for price to continue to push in the um, towards these areas, and that would be on a 15-minute where we're breaking above this level and sort of like an impulse entry. There is a rejection on the left hand side. That is the only thing that I'm concerned about. But with volume, if there's volume in the market, this rejection should not be an issue. So right now, yeah, it's moving good, man. This is good. This is good. This is good. Mm, 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 mm. Let's also open our risk management tool. I don't think it should really come down all the way. I do want it to close above my, at least I do want it to close above these ranges. So we'll see. I'm gonna go with water. Yeah, it's going down a bit too much. What time is it? Let's take a look at 30-minute. It's 25 minutes, so we got 5 more minutes. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. If it closes bearish, then I'll exit 50%, which basically means that I'm gonna manage my risk because I don't want the price to continue to drop. So I'm just gonna wait for this 30-minute to close. Based on that, I'll, manage my risk. If it hits my stop right now, then there's nothing I can do. There is literally nothing I can do. But that's why I have lower risk. I'm not usually I buy two lots. I bought one lot just because it's an impulse entry, and impulse entries they have to say that it's not the easiest trades. There has to be momentum, there has to be volume, and then it's I'd say this is probably for impulse entry. This should be it. Like there is not because what's happening is that on an hourly time frame, we have broken above the previous resistance, right? So on an hourly time frame, we've broken above the previous resistance. The previous resistance is acting like a support, right? On a 30-minute, we are respecting this area that was previously a resistance. On a 15-minute, since we respected the previous area, this candle should continue to push up. It did go up, but we didn't take profit there. But that's what impulse entry means, that the price should continue to push up in the direction that there was a breakout, and you take the buys or sells above the previous candle's high. High. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do want this to close somewhere around this because then 30-minute would be bullish. And let's see. So, like I said, if 30-minute closes red, if 30-minute closes bearish, then I will manage my risk. I'll take out 50% because I wouldn't feel comfortable at that point. So I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute to close and we'll see. We shall see. We have 1 minute. Actually, 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining. Because initially I'm supposed to, my stop loss is at $466. So if I can lose anything less, that will be a win. Okay, 30-minute is closing bullish. Well, it's not the best bullish, but it'll do. It will do. We'll take it. We'll take it. This candle should continue to push up. That is the idea. I'm actually, if we have a lower wick, I do think I should be able to add another position. I don't know if we're gonna get a lower wick. Hmm. Based on the 30-minute, I'm gonna add another position here. And then I'll have the stop loss at the low of this candle, which is very risky. Honestly, this is very risky, but with volume, we should be able to continue to push up. So I'll have my stop loss here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. This is good. Good, good, good. So the TP for trade number one, it hit. Perfect. We're out of one trade. I'm going to continue to stay in this one for a little bit more because as you see, it's breaking above. So let's see. Yeah, I think we should be good. I'm going to bring the stops to break even at this point because I don't want to lose the gains that we have made. Actually, I'm going to close 50% here. So as you can see, I will close 50% and secure my position. Perfect, perfect. So yeah, history, history, history today. Nice. Closed one of the positions at the top of the wick, closed the other one around the same area, honestly. This is like what it would have been $300 where I closed. So I closed 50%. It's $155 at 279. If it comes back and hits my stop loss at break even, then it is what it is. It is what it is. That's why I secured positions, just because like I think I secured what? So I had two lots open, and I only have 5.5 lot open right now. So I've secured 1.5 lot as a win. This is the first stream on this week. First things first, Monday, W's. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. This is the one thing that you want to do is first first part of the week, you want to make sure that if you're taking, if you're in profit, take it. Take it and come back tomorrow. You don't want to start off with a losing week because you were in profits and you didn't take those. That's just yeah, no. Don't make sure if you're in profits, take it and when you have stacked profits throughout the week, towards the end of the week, then yeah, it makes sense to let your profits run. Let's say if you're in a trade on a Friday and you were in a trade like this, you would let this run. You wouldn't take profit just because you think it might run more and you can get more. But overall, throughout the week, you've been taking profits, so you are still profitable. Oh, wait, why did I was on mute the whole time? Wait, hold on.
No, 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 no. Okay, this is it. This is better. This is better. I was speaking through my laptop microphone throughout this whole time. I was wearing headsets for no fucking reason. Nice, nice, nice. First things on the Monday, aggressive on taking profits. As you can see here, this trade was taken along. So I'm now right now. Oh, let me see. First things in the morning, aggressive with profits. I have closed 75% of my position and letting the rest of the 25% run with a stop loss. This idea was very simple. Came in 15-minute start closing above the previous candle's range, and the next candle anticipating for price to continue to push up. It was very simple. On Mondays, you're in the profit, take it. Don't let your profits run into losses. Okay, buddy. Should I just take this chat? Chat is at 0 viewers right now, by the way. Can we get another break? Can we get another push up? Can we get another push up? Hmm. Nah. I mean, this here is. I'm gonna let it run. If it comes back, hit my stop loss. Whatever. 1 hour. Yeah, I think 1 hour also has a little bit more potential to continue to push up. The only reason why it would, it's making me um, think about this twice is because 4 hour is about to close and there's heavy resistance on the left hand side. That's the only reason why I'm hesitant of keeping this trade open, because the 4 hour candle is about to close and it has resistance. Resistance. 738. Let's see how this candle closes. I have closed 75% of my position and letting the rest of the 25%. Yeah, you see, like I was mentioning earlier, 4 hour because it's towards the end of its close. We are having a little bit of pushback. Pushback, you get it. But yeah, that was the trade. We are good. So almost about 1% for the day. Oh, account is oh nice. Account is at 60 G's. Let's take a look at previous month. So previous month we had two losses. So here's what one thing I learned as a trader is that you have to keep your losses small. You have to manage your risk. That's something that I can control, so I'm going to manage my risk. I don't want my losses to be bigger than my wins because what happens in sooner or later is that your loss, even though if you're winning, but your losses are bigger than your wins, they are going to consume your account. You're not going to turn out to be profitable. So you'll see here their wins are $1,200, 500, 500, 1,000, 1,500. Then there's smaller ones. That's just sometimes like there's a smaller position, like a very small position. But then there is actually small wins. That's just because I've profit, the price has gone into profit, but it came back and hit my stop loss, which was break even. So I'm not losing any money, but I didn't really make much on this. So even today, right? Um, Today overall the position, like let's see history for today. You see this 3.50 lot. All of this, all through this three here, this is just one position, opening two lots. So I closed this position as I was in profit. So overall, today's profit was $430, and that's how you do it. So previous month, like just let's just say all history. All history, the biggest loss that I've had on this account is $189, while the biggest win that I've had on this account is $1,510. All of that with just two lots. So that is something that I preach, that is something that I teach. The account is at 10K profit, 10.3. First trade was taken on August 10th. First things in the morning, aggressive with profits. I have closed 75% of my position and letting the rest of the 25% run with a stop loss. This idea was very simple. Came in 15-minute start closing above the previous candle's range, and the next candle anticipating for price to continue to push up. It was very simple. On Mondays, you're in profit, take it. Don't let your profits run into losses. First things in the morning, aggressive with profits. I have closed 75% of my position and letting the rest of the 25% run with a stop loss. This idea was very simple. Came in 15-minute start closing above the previous candle's range, and the next candle anticipating for price to continue to push up. It was very simple. On TikTok video, damn, it's almost at 40K, dog. It's the TikTok video is almost at 40K. That's insane. Honestly, that's probably it for the day. Let's take a look at some other pairs and see what's going on. Zek. Oh, it's thunderstorming outside. Ethereum, really good, honestly, really good. I mean, this could be the bottom of Ethereum for now. I mean, although I do want a weekly confirmation, but daily, you know, daily have some support around 2,700. Bitcoin, Link, Doge. Let's take a look at Dominion funding, man. I'm really considering it. Dominion funding. Trader area. I don't think I have a account with them. How it works. Prove your trading skills by meeting target goals and manage risk. Demonstrate consistency and discipline. Get a Dominion account entitled to performance rewards. Let's do, let's say, like a 25k profit rate. 10%. Take home 90%. What's the difference here? Why can't I choose 80 or 90? What's the catch? Skip the verification and get rewarded faster with our one-step model. Just one evaluation stands between you. Okay, get 30% off. Okay. Instant funding. Funded. 25k. Two-step. Phase 1, phase 2. Okay, so 8% profitable days, 3. The things that they see up to 90% reverse split, balance daily drawdown 1 5 leverage and 10. Okay, no minimum for reward requests, no time limits. Okay, so no time limits. Does that also mean that there's no consecutive profitable days? So is 3 days profitable out of what? You get what I'm saying? Maximum daily drawdown 5%, maximum loss 2000. That's good, man. That's under my limits. Get this plan 249. Profit target no limit. Loss daily drawdown is less. Profitable days in last 30 days. One step verification, two-step verification. One step verification is what? We get this plan. Free reset. Get another chance for free if challenge is failed. $25K. Raja Black. Apply 161, 35% off. I pay now. BF30. BF30. Black. Raja Black. Get another chance for free if challenges failed. What is that? Oh no, I'm good. 361. Romanian markets. So hourly is closing within the next, what, 2 minutes? Hourly is closing, respecting this area. It's just a bit of consolidation, honestly. There's not much going on. There's just consolidation. For security, you need to verify your email before. Show. Okay, email should be verified. Perfect. Hmm. See, just like that, these guys, they don't accept US residents or citizens. So, I think it's gonna be an issue. What do you think? Alright, I'm gonna do a quick analysis on what I'm looking for as far as weekly. Okay, so on gold, let's take a look. So where are we in the 15 minutes into the live? All right, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a weekly analysis on what I'm looking for as far as technical analysis, and we'll take a look at some of the upcoming news as well, and we'll go from there. Let's see. All right, so gold, what I'm looking at here on the weekly time frame, if you're looking at this, it's a bit difficult to understand, because first we had a bullish move up, then we have a little bit of, weaker sales confirmation, and then it'll be better to take a look at what's happening on the lower time frame rather, so we're in this range here on gold. So if we break above this range, so if we break above 4100, then we should be in a bullish market. If we break below 4000, we should continue down to 3900 and then further lows. That is something that I'll be looking for on gold. Although weekly time frame here, it suggests that price could continue to push up, but if it continues to come down and turns red, meaning it will be bearish, then it should be able to push down all the way to 4000. So that's something that just look out, that weekly time frame is bearish. Weekly time frame is going down. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin, we have the next resistance here on 74,000. On a daily time frame, we did push up, so yeah, I think we should be able to. I do see that this wick is getting filled at 80,000. So the reason why I'm saying it should come down to 80,000 is that there's a wick here. Usually what happens when price has gone to a certain low, it usually retests that low. And given this price action, I've seen that quite a bit, that I don't think gold is gonna close in 88,000 range today. If it does, then my idea of sales is invalidated. But more than likely, it's not gonna close bullish today. It's gonna close bearish. It's gonna close down, and the next candle should continue to push down to these lows here, and then so on and so forth. That is something that I'll be looking for. Um, let's see. And then maybe if we can start rejecting these areas here, if we can start rejecting these areas, or if we can start rejecting these areas, then you could possibly look for another swing to the upside. Ethereum on the daily time frame is looking decent. It's holding up some sort of support here. But let's take a look at weekly. Yeah, see, weekly is bearish. I wouldn't anticipate buying unless weekly candle gives you a proper confirmation that, hey, we're shifting in trend, because the last, let's say, since August, it has been somewhat bearish. So you can't come here and say, oh, daily is green, so we're shifting momentum. No, the last low that was created was at 31.34. So unless on daily time frame we break above 31.34, I wouldn't consider this to be a buy. So do what you will with that. Because this candle could just flip bearish and continue to push down to 22.47, or at least 25.81. Right, so just a bit deeper analysis here on Ethereum. We're just purely consolidating. This whole area here in gray is just consolidation. So there's not a whole lot going on. But again, I would want confirmation for price to close above these areas at 3100 for me to consider that this is a shift of momentum. Because I mean, you could draw some sort of trend line here, right? Too, like, I don't know. This is the thing with trend lines. You could literally draw it from anywhere. Like you could draw it from here, like this, something like this, I guess. Or you could draw it like from here. So either way, it's no identification, no confirmation for price to continue to go up. Then we have Doge. Doge. Same thing, similar to Ethereum actually. Exact same thing to Ethereum, unless we close about 0.16. There's not much going on. The only thing going for Doge right now, other than any fundamentals that I might not be aware of, but which there's not many. So the only thing that's going on for gold is just that it's at a very major support area. So, and that's big for these kind of, like for crypto, that's big. Same thing with Link. I did mention that we are, at a very crucial point at Link. So I'll wait for weekly confirmation, because you see, weekly confirmation gives you, so this green close got up all the way here. This green close got up all the way there. This green close here, it didn't break below and eventually got up to, these highs. So I would want, if you really want to have just peace of mind, wait for weekly candle to form green and then enter a trade. ZEC USD is just bearish. There is nothing else to say. It's just bearish. Similar to Bitcoin, right? I did mention that today we shouldn't close green. We should close red. Same thing here. I think we should close red, and we should continue to test these lows down here. These lows. If we take a look at 4-hour, yeah, see 4-hour, we had some sort of consolidation. We broke below that consolidation, and now we are just pushing. Yeah. So on the lower time frame, we have this, and the next target for ZEC is going to be around 515, and then if we can, yeah, bro, I think ZEC could easily come down to 430, 435, like 430, 425 area. I think it easily can come down to these ranges here. Yep. But that's something, towards the second half of the week, or perhaps, on a weekly time frame. On an hourly time frame, if we break and close below the 530 area, we should be able to come down to 515. But yeah, let's take a look at Forex Factory here and see if there is any events that we should be looking out for. Today is November 24th. 7:30, we had USD CPI. Nice. Hold on. This is this is not today. I was like, what the? So there's not news today. Tomorrow, although on the other hand, we have PPI retail sales data, which does move market, a bit. So there's a lot of USD stuff going on tomorrow, and based on that, I'll have a stream tomorrow as well, and then we'll continue to review what market data brings to the charts and how we can anticipate price to move and take a trade. So look out for Tuesday 7:30 a.m. to be volume time. So if you're in trades and crypto, and you know you're you're negative or you're positive, the US data tomorrow for retail sales is not gonna move, make or break the market, but it's gonna be volatile. Let's just say market will be volatile at that time. Then we have unemployment claims on Wednesday. So yeah, this week USD is going to be quite a bit, quite active. Thursday we're good. Friday we're good. Yep. All right, awesome. With that, I'm going to conclude this live stream um, slash analysis for upcoming week, and I'll see